It's time now for a look at the latest in local news. In the news, the Wayne County Board of Education has a work session this afternoon at 6 p.m. at the Tech Center. A lot of items on the agenda. Summer school programs and information will be discussed. Also, school resource development will be discussed. Facilities usage approval. COVID-19 update from School Superintendent Dr. Kelly. Also, he'll give an update on the capital outlay projects. Supplemental salary schedule will be discussed. Also, the budget discussion for fiscal year 22. Virtual in-person school for 2021-2022 will be discussed as well. Also will be discussed of the school calendar for the year 2022-2023. Also an executive session to discuss personnel. All that taking place today at 6 p.m. at the Tech Center. 2 former soldiers at Fort Stewart have been charged with murder in the death of another soldier. That according to the U.S. Southern District Court of Georgia. 28-year-old Byron Booker of Ludowici, Georgia, and 21-year-old Jordan Brown of St. Mary's, Georgia, are charged in the death of Specialist Austin Hawk, of age 24, who was found dead in his barracks room back in June of 2020. Booker is charged with premeditated murder and murder of a member of the U.S. Uniformed Services. Both Booker and Brown are charged with felony murder, conspiracy to commit assault upon a member of the U.S. Armed Services, and to commit burglary, conspiracy to retaliate against a witness, and retaliation against a witness. The penalty for each of the murder charges upon conviction is death or mandatory life in prison. There is no parole in the federal system. The indictment states that both Booker and Brown conspired to commit the offenses against Hawk in retaliation of Hawk reporting Booker to the U.S. Army leadership for poor leadership and maltreatment of subordinates prior to Booker's discharge from the U.S. Army, and in retaliation for Hawk reporting Brown for drug use during his service. The indictment further states that Booker and Brown discussed silencing Hawk and discussed Brown providing Booker with a key to access Hawk's room. The indictment alleges that Booker drove from his home on or about June 7th, 2020 to Fort Stewart, entered the installation on foot before walking approximately 1 mile to Hawk's barracks. The indictment alleges that Booker killed Hawk by stabbing, cutting, and slashing him with an edged weapon, and that afterwards Booker disposed of the clothing and shoes that he was wearing at the time. Booker has been in custody since June 18th of 2020. Brown was taken into custody shortly after the U.S. District Grand Jury returned indictments during its April 2021 term. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes in news. The Ultimate Friday we had our special guest on the Board of Tourism this Saturday at the Elton County Landing. Also this past Thursday, lifted some restrictions. Battle began at 8:30 at Elton County Landing, and paddlers talked about where the city of Georgia is regarding COVID-19. The 11-mile paddle takes out at Pig Farm, Oakland Landing, and the 16-mile paddle takes out at JC Landing. Registration is $10 per paddler. Prior to the event, $15 on the day of the event this Saturday. Children 10 and under paddle for free with a registered adult. Ultimate River Expeditions has canoe and kayak rental for $45 each. Contact them at 912-294-3604. Shuttles will be available from the takeout points, with the shuttle leaving JC Landing at 8 a.m. and Oakland Landing at 8:15 a.m. Registration forms are available at Jesup Train Depot or online at the Tourism Board website, which is WayneTourism.com. And they ask you to bring your hats, sunscreen, snack, lunch, enjoy the spring beauty of the river. The Altamont River Run set for this Saturday, April the 17th. Next week, a couple of community-wide blood drives taking place at a couple of churches. First is going to take place on Monday, April 19th at the Calvary Baptist Church Gymnasium. The time from 2 to 7 p.m. This is sponsored by the Jesup Shriners Ladies Auxiliary. Then on Thursday, a second community blood drive. Next week, April 22nd at Jesup First United Methodist Church at 205 East Cherry Street. The time at Thursday, 1 to 7 p.m. All blood donors will be tested for COVID-19 antibodies, and results will be available through the Red Cross app and redcrossblood.org in 7 to 10 days. You're going to make an appointment by going to the website, redcrossblood.org, enter FUMC for First United Methodist Church. Once again, the blood drive at that church is set for Thursday, this past Friday. Bringing your advanced materials, and Wayne County Chamber of Commerce gearing up for a quarterly membership luncheon. And that's going to do it for legislation, local news, sports country in 20 minutes. All on sale this week. And they have an early bird special up until tomorrow, Wednesday at 12 noon. After that, all tickets $35. The event takes place at the Pine Forest Country Club, 11:30 to 1 p.m. Buffet line will open at 11:30. Program starts at 12 noon. Guest speakers of the program will be Principal and Director of Solid Rock Christian Academy, Sherry Bowen, Dr. Sean Kelly, Wayne County School Superintendent, and Dr. Lonnie Roberts, President of Coastal Pines Technical College. And if you need a ticket, call the Chamber 427-2028. City of Scriven and District 2 The Wayne County Commissioners and Republic Services hosting an Amnesty Day on May the 1st. You can drop off items between 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. on May 1st. If unable to bring it to the drop locations, please call Scriven City Hall at 579-2211 and inform them prior to April 30th to ensure pickup. Again, they state do not drop off hazardous materials such as yard clippings, asbestos, roof shingles, or floor tiles, used motor oil, whole tires, electronics, TVs, computers, etc., appliances containing Freon, refrigerators, freezers, etc., batteries, car, boat, or cell phone, paint, liquid waste, medical waste, or radioactive waste, as well as construction debris. If you or your organization would like to help volunteer, call Scriven City Hall at 579-2211 and sign up. They'll meet at 8 a.m. that day at Grace Community Center for a quick briefing, and they'll have lunch prepared at 12 for all the volunteers. It's all taking place on May the 1st. Again, if you need more information, call Scriven City Hall at 579-2211. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor of the commercial messages, so please stay tuned.